So there is a chance of Cassiterite being here, but I doubt it. Look at this. Very poor, minuscule, very poor. You know, this isn't just like any one area. I guess the only thing I can do is keep focusing on where I found those copper bits on the surface and then pulling them up. I think that's going to be the only thing that I can do to get me an amount of metal. Because quite frankly, every other location has just been bust. I can stick my nose in this cave, I just don't think it's going to get me anything. I really don't. I don't, again, like, you know, this game is about exploration. I really need to be incentivized to explore more. And I'm not really being incentivized right now. I'm being punished for it. That punishment being, you know, generally increased spawns, etc., etc. And, you know, and of course there's a punishing winter survival system in place. You know. It's really not, you know, you're not being encouraged to explore. You're being encouraged to just kind of do nothing at this point. And one of the key entry points to exploration even is something that, you know, I haven't even found a single deposit of tin on the surface or otherwise. And that's required for progression. You actually need that. Well, you need it unless you can find a trader that is selling tin bronze pickaxes for you to buy. So you could argue that you will never be progression locked if you're willing to run around the world being a traveling merchant. Which, to some people, I'm sure is fun, but that's not fun to me. I mean, it's fun to do sometimes, just I don't want to do it all the time, and I don't want to have it be progression locking. I don't want that to be something that progression is locked behind. Oh, snap. Well, now we're down here. Nothing over there. Boy, this is fun. Oh, this is just one giant hole. Might as well just take the plunge. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Yikes. A little... Aha. Yes, well, I respect you, and I respectfully tell you to go to hell. Probably not going to be anything useful in there, and it's filled with locust spawners. I think that's dirt. Yeah, we're pretty much all the way up on the surface there. Now, some of those ones they have have the invisible locust spawners that just kind of keep going. You know, yay. Which, you know, again, those are fun. Those are fun when you go ahead and you at least have maybe some bronze chain. That's when it gets pretty fun. You get some bronze chain, yeah. I like them. That's why I got them. Once you get yourself some bronze chain, some Gambiason armor, you know, it's all good. I mean, obviously, bronze plate would be the best, but you don't always have access to bronze plate because sometimes it's a little too pricey, and you just built your anvil, and you're kind of on resources, so you can't really do that. And I have no idea where I'm going. What is down here? Translocator room? Translocator room. That's a Bowtorn. I haven't really seen any... Again, I'm finding a lot of cool things that I'll never be able to use. Which, it hurts, you know? Like, I'm never going to be able to use that stuff. Actually, I wonder. Yeah, I probably can. So rather than using pick durability, I should go this way. Down into the depths. Alright, now we're getting into the area where I don't generally want to be around here, because that's pretty bad. I mean, it's a very stable area, but these things are now starting to get towards the point of kind of ouching me a lot. Like, I can't really do anything about it. I have no armor, no real ability to fight back. Which is my own choice. I recognize that. I'm not blaming it on people. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't have... Just give me a second. Excuse me! This is the second one of these loot rooms that I've found. What do you got in here? I don't know. I'm full. Some lead. Some lead. Really? Really? Lead? Are you kidding me? This is what I deal with. What am I supposed to do with that? I can't. 1, 2, that's 5, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Shaboosh. Skadoosh. Bada bing. Let me just go ahead and rip that apart. I guess I can go ahead and... Now, of course. Real quick, put that down. See if maybe I can... Yeah, that's full up. And there's no H chest in here, so... Oh, this is a good one. Wait. Oh, golly. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to head home anyways. I'll take another one of these spears. Those have been my saving grace. Because those 2 spears that I found actually allowed me to keep exploring. But yeah, I'm going to want to skedaddle my way out of this cave system. No two ways about it. You know, it looks like this is the way that I went up before. Yep. So, I do believe I just need to keep going out this way. It's just run by the Translocator and keep running up. Oh boy. Ain't this just fun, everyone? You risk your life and there isn't even goodies. Well, there isn't any useful goodies anyways. Yeah, just cracked. Oh no, wait, that's right. There's the locusts there. Should be... I think it's that way. Yeah. Exit's right here. Gross. Oh, golly. Gosh. Gish gosh dang. Up I go. I mean, I guess I'm finding loads of translocators for when, you know, hey, maybe there'll be... I'll go through there and I'll find tin, finally, at long last. Woo. But more than likely, what'll happen is I'll go through there and find nothing, because that's how Tyron works. That's how he programmed his game. But yeah, okay. So I will just... Where's the... There it is. So that's where I'm kind of wanting to go. So I'll make that active. And I'll run down here. And then what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm just going to have to sit in this save, panning soil. Well, not soil. You know, just set it to auto pan. And maybe I won't do a through the winter thing. I'll go ahead and do through the winter on my own time and pan, and I'll just go ahead and give a quick video update on YouTube. Yeah, I've just been, you know, saying like, oh, I've just been panning, haven't really been doing much, you know, no real reason to do anything, you know, because it's not like we have enough resources to do anything, sort of thing. I don't recall if I've ever been down here, but I doubt it. It looks like this just leads to a dead end. Whatever. Yeah, so that's just a dead end, basically. Nothing of value. Nothing of value gained, nothing of value lost. Yippee. Down there, just a quick dead end. Story of my life, full of dead ends. As useless in the real world as this save is to me right now. Nothing. Oh, this area is probably going to be annoying to dig out this node. I'm willing to bet it's going to be either one or right on the surface. Oh. Okay, this is 3 down now. Okay, we'll pop over to node search. See if there's anything in here. Yeah, it does say that it's here. I suppose I can pop down 2 more blocks. And then... Yeah, it's not down here. Okay. Okay. Head this way a little bit then. Exactly right on the marker. I'm kind of right on the marker now. I don't see it. Going down. You gotta be kidding me. There it is. I'm gonna need literally everything that I have on me to get out of there. That is a solid block. Oh, I'm actually gonna need to use the scholar. Oh, I love part of these. Okay. Because I am thoroughly in the Copper Age, and I'm not getting out of it. That's just the reality of the situation. Which basically means that I'm going to stick with Waddle and Daub for any immediate building purposes. Because there's... what's the point? But I will say, just given with how scarce everything is, I am really happy that I was willing to turn the amount that spawns way up. Because, you know, I haven't found a single bit of lead yet. I'm more willing to go ahead and ditch that spike mace than I am the lead. But yeah. Because if I hadn't, and I was just dealing with, you know, maybe a few ingots of copper per node, I don't know. I think I would have just made another world, and I would have just adjusted it to have everything be obscenely plentiful. Because there's only so much you can take before you literally just go, I don't want to do things anymore. I actually will take Huge Stomach. That would be nice. Ooh, X Skills is taking a while to go ahead and kick in. I think I'm going to run out pickaxe before I run out of node. Which is a very nice situation to be in, but at the same time, still not the best. So it just means that I have a decent sized node here of medium quality copper, no less, that will keep me in the money in terms of actually being able to explore and find things. It may even be worth taking a quick check for ore density in this area. Because yeah, this is quite dense. My pick's gonna break soon, so I don't mind not picking these up. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick second here, go into mining. Yes. That ore expert may be the only thing that makes this world viable. There we go. That's the problem. Alright, let's go ahead and take a density search. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Will do. 1, 2, 3. So here will do. Oh, so this will be worth noting. Yeah. This will be worth noting and coming back here to actually go ahead and search for hematite in this area, as well as you know, anything else. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep note of that area. That's going to be useful. I could probably go ahead and pull these 8 copper bits off, and then we'll pin that, save. Because we're going to go home, and we're going to start smelting all this copper down and turning it into a set of everything that I need. And I'll probably go ahead and I'll just get 20 copper bits and then go ahead and make a single new pick, and then from there I'll go ahead and pop back here, or I'll go collect, probably what I'll do is I'll collect some sphalerite. I'll make bismuth bronze, because hopefully I have enough bismuth bronze, or bismuth itself, to go ahead and make a bismuth bronze anvil, which I think is allowed. Yeah, you can make a bismuth bronze anvil, thank God. Which will allow me to skip the copper anvil, because each anvil can do one tier above it. So that bismuth bronze can do iron, so I won't have to worry about. Also, I'm going to take a quick minute here. That way, I can't get lost ever again. But this seems like a perfect time to quickly end our charade of mining. In reality, it is exactly that, just a charade. All we're doing is just getting into the beginning of the Copper Age. Are those... They are the cattle. Oh, happy days. I shall need to dig a hole. I'm going to lure all of these cattle into a hole. It is a little ways away from my home, but it'll be worth it, because I'll be able to domesticate them, and when they're What is this? What is this? Well, I hope a too-high wall will do, because that's going to be all I can give it. Let's go ahead and make this hole a little wider. That's a lot of them. And it'll either do just fine, or those guys are going to kill me because they'll jump too high. Need 2 more. Hold on, please. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hey. 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 Come here. Come here, motherfucker. Come on. Come on. It'll be worth it. Shit. He's a clever bastard. Yes! Fuck! Nobody told me they could jump too high. Well, you know what? I ain't taking that. Oh, hang on, that's... There we go. That's not fair. Really? Really? God damn, see, this is what I'm talking about. Go in the hole. Hopefully, honestly, because there's a male, there is a bull, and there is a female in there, and with the other ones there, they'll kind of just right into the hole with them. See? See? Look at it. Look at it. There it is. Awesome. And I may spawn in a temporal gear just to set my spawn in the home, because this is obscene. I have killed and skinned multiple things, which, by the way, I did do a little creature grinding. I'm sorry about that. There's a little discrepancy of about half an hour there in playtime in the world. And I was just sitting there skinning creatures. To no avail whatsoever, I might add. Not a single one dropped a temporal gear. And I spent about half an hour in an apocalyptic rift night running around stabbing things. And skinning, I might add. I did skin them. I'm not completely stupid. But yeah. I mean, I spent something like 5 spears, essentially. Just going through, chucking them at him, stabbing them with them. No temporal gears. They were obsidian spears, too. It is genuinely obscene. And I don't think that's Tyron, because I have a butchery mod. I think the butchery mod is incorrectly causing a lack of drops from drifters. So I may have to grab a mod that increases drifter drops for no other reason than another mod is incorrectly affecting drifter drops. And because if there's a mod that can directly affect just drifter drops, then like, you know, there's kind of no reason for a butchery mod to be affecting monster drops. Just animal drops, which is what I want. Chickens. Good grief, you know, I figured I would have found some horsetail by now. Unless I really do only spawn in. I was going to make some quick horsetail poultices so I didn't have to deal with over here. It's really all it is right now. Like, it's more annoying. Okay. No, I'm not going to say that because it's not. But it's almost as annoying as the Zelda no health sound. Before they had patched it. To go ahead and, you know, not be all the time. You know, just not constantly. So yeah, I'm just going to go run down to this forest and hope there's some horsetail. Make some horsetail cattail poultices out of it. Once I get back to base. Oh wait, I don't remember if this is an actual forest, because I think that's an actual forest, so I'll just have to keep going this way. So I'm pretty sure if I get 4 horsetails, I can make 4 poultices with what I've got on me, I think. Which should be okay. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Is there a 4th one there? No, there isn't. 4. Alright, this should let me make what I need. Yep. Perfect. Brilliant. Alright, no more shaky, just the most annoying shaky screen ever in any sort of game where you're hurt. It's worse than being drunk in most games. And by the way, when I mean drunk, I don't mean like totally smashed. I do just mean drunk. A little more than tipsy, a little less than smashed. But yeah, that's about smashed level of screen sway for most video games. And then like this getting smashed screen sway is way worse. And the getting smashed screen sway actually does make me a little sick. And there's actually no way to go ahead and turn any of that down. So if I'm hurt and also I accidentally drink the alcohol instead of applying it to a bandage, yeah, I'm gonna have to shut the game off. because I will get a splitting headache followed by immediate sickness, with no exception.